Okay, everything should be working. Hello, hello. Hello. Sorry for the delay with starting. I was having some technical troubles. Um, it's very strange. I'll get into it in a minute though. I just want to check something. Real quick. Yep, chat box works. Okay. Just checking. Alright, so today I'm playing more Sonic Frontiers. I played it for the first time yesterday. Really enjoying it, liking it a lot so far, so I thought I don't want to wait like a week to play it again, I'll play it again right now. So that's what I'm doing. Definitely not going to be streaming for as long as I did yesterday, because yesterday was a very long stream. Uh, but you know, it was my first time starting up the game, so I don't mind it. I don't know how long the stream will be, probably just a few hours, about the same length as I usually do. So I'm just gonna keep going. Here we go. So yeah, I was having some strange technical problems before the stream started. That's why the stream starting soon screen was on for so long. And the problem I was having was that for some reason on Instagram, like whenever I go live on Twitch, I always put an announcement on Discord, Twitter, and Instagram. So when I did, and I do it on my Instagram story, so I put a link to the stream on my Instagram story like I do every time, completely did everything exactly the same as I always do. But for some reason, any links from Instagram to my Twitch just does not work. It either takes you to some random Twitch page for any random other streamer, or it just does not work in general, which is concerning to me. But I think it's just a problem with Instagram because the links over on Twitter and Discord work perfectly fine. It's just the Instagram link that doesn't work. I want to try it again, just one more time. So I don't have an Instagram story to advertise my stream this time, which is a shame. So yeah, I'm testing the link again. Yeah, it just took me to some random other page on Twitch for some reason. But if I try the link over on Twitter and or Discord, yeah, it works perfectly normally. So I don't really understand what's going on there. Instagram seems to be not liking my Twitch channel for some reason today, but I've done nothing differently. It's the exact same as I always do it, so I don't know what's wrong there. Hope it fixes itself. But leading on from that, I'm not expecting to have much chat activity today, for various reasons. But the most relevant is probably because this is a brand new game, and I imagine there are a lot of people who are going to want to play this themselves, and I'll get spoiled on it, which is understandable. I'm just here to play the game and have fun, and also, well, I don't know if maybe not having an announcement on my Instagram is going to affect things greatly. Instagram is where I have the most amount of followers, so who knows? But I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna play the game, have fun, you know, because it'd be nice to one day look back on these streams and reminisce about my first time playing this game. Because there are plenty of games where I wish I had done that, so I could like relive my first playthrough. So I'd like to play this whole game on stream if possible. We'll see. I just gotta do something real quick. Okay. Let's get into it. Continuing from where we left off. So, I got a good deal, good ways into the game. If there's anyone in the chat, let me know how the audio is. I think it's just me for now, though, actually. Let me know how the audio is. I think the audio should more or less be the exact same that it was last time. I'm actually gonna just pull up my stream on my phone just to see. Okay, testing, testing, testing. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Just checking for any crackly audio or anything of the sort. Anyway, oh man, this game is fun. Back into it already. So, yeah, I got great deals into the game. I completely finished the first island. In fact, I think I 100%ed the first island. Yeah, mapped 100%. I assume that means I've like collected everything. Although the way this game's collectibles work, it's not like a Mario game, like a 3D Mario game where there's like a finite amount of collectibles. You just got to collect a certain amount of stuff to progress. It's not like there's X amount of tokens in the game that you have to collect. I think there's just you collect as many as the game needs from you. Or I might be wrong. I don't know. But you do have to map out the whole area, so that goes to completion. And then there's also the little side stories as well. But I want to do all those because they're interesting and I like them. I like the interactions. Also, I got my soap shoes. I got these right at the very end of yesterday's stream. So I'm just going to be rocking with these today. I'm already quite used to them now, actually. I was a little bit when I first put them on last time, but you know what? These pretty cool shoes, I like them. So I'm gonna stick with these today. And I might switch back to the usual Sonic shoes in the next one. Just sort of alternating, I don't know, we'll see. It'd be cool if they added more shoes. Alright, so I don't actually know what I'm doing, which is an issue. So I guess I just gotta collect more memory tokens, so I think I'll just do some exploring. This island seems quite big, also, yeah, Knuckles wants me over there. So I think I should maybe do some mapping, fight some robots, fight the good fight. I don't think I've been up here. Oh, look at that, I have. I think I'll fight this shark. Oh man, this game is quite fun. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. I'm just happy to play it, you know? So, you know, I don't really too mind if I don't get much chat activity. I'm happy to play the game. At the very least, I just want to get, like... Again, I want to, like, be able to look back at these streams and relive my first playthrough of this game. Also, I might want to do, like, a reaction compilation or something. Because I'm a pretty big Sonic fan, so... I hope they add in more outfits for Sonic in like future updates. I feel like it would make a ton of sense. Okay, I can't side loop, he's too big. I missed my chance to get instant damage. Yeah, I hope they add in more outfits and stuff. I feel like this game just kind of works with that. I mean, they already have a system in place for adding in outfits. There's just only a couple of them because the game just came out. Yeah, there's already a few in there. There's like a Japanese exclusive DLC outfit. I don't understand what it is, but it looks interesting. There's like the brown shoes and gloves that you get for pre-ordering like the digital deluxe or something. Which I didn't get because I bought a physical copy. I wanted a physical copy. And also I didn't like the way the shoes and gloves looked anyway, so I'm not too bothered about it. And there's the soap shoes that you get for subscribing to the Sonic Frontiers newsletter, which I got, although these are only available for a certain amount of time, I think. For a few months, I believe. And, oh yeah, there's also the upcoming Monster Hunter collaboration outfit, which is really cool. I want more of that. I want more collaborations. I gotta remember how the combat works. Oh yeah, another thing. Dead Knocker or Dead Donga, sorry, Dead Donga 20. What am I saying that right? Dead Donker... Didonka 20. I'm sorry. Thank you for following. You followed off stream. Thank you very much for following. That's very nice of you. If you happen to be in the chat right now, which is very unlikely, but if anyone wants me to like correct me on how to pronounce your name, feel free to let me know. This boss is pretty cool. Man, this game just looks nice. Okay, this has to be it. What's going on? Got him. I should lock on more. I keep forgetting to do that. I keep finding that the lock-on just sort of deactivates itself sometimes, probably because I'm moving too far away. But it makes me not use it sometimes because of it. Oh, what's that? Have I been here? This looks familiar. Yeah, these robots are pretty interesting as well. I like how homing attack comes out. Oh crap. I'm apparently not good at aiming my homing attack very well. I've been a little bit concerned about upgrading my max speed because I'm pretty happy with the speed Sonic moves in. I feel like if he runs too fast, then it's just going to be hard to control. But I'm not too worried because the game does give you the ability to adjust Sonic's like max running speed if you want, which is nice. I'm glad that that's the thing, so you're not stuck with like an overpowered amount of speed if you don't want it. I want to see if maybe I can get to the next island today. I think that's going to be my goal. We'll see though, it depends. I am a little bit tired, so I might not be entirely up for it, but I'm going to see if I can get a decent ways in. So let's just exploring. I want to fill in more parts of the map, so I'm going to head over here. Just like mosey over there and see what I find along the way. Just do a drop dash. Oh, the camera. What's that? Saw a glowy thing. That kick move is really cool. Oh, it's a treasure spot. Some memory tokens. This should be enough for Knuckles. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Oh. So there's a cyberspace level up there, but it seems like I've already done it. Ow. I'm forgetting some of the button combinations for some of the moves, so I need to remember them. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things. There's a memory token up there. How do I get up there? One of these boxes. Here we are. I like that they brought back those little cannon things. They're from Sonic Unleashed. And anything that makes this game more like Sonic Unleashed is okay with me. What's up, bro? Hi, speaking. I noticed you were streaming Sonic Frontiers earlier. You might still be, for all I know. But how'd that go? I didn't want to drop in because I was worried about getting spoiled on something, so I wanted to make more progress myself before I get spoiled on anything. But I hope it went well, or is currently going well. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, right, rings. Cool. I'm just taking a break from my stream. About 100% it. Oh, congrats. I'm quite excited. I think I'm 100% this game. I've already 100%ed the first island. I actually did that before even moving on to the second island. I just 100%ed the first one because I thought it'd be fun. And it was. So I'm probably just going to 100% the whole game. I feel like I'll get a good amount of enjoyment doing that. More fishing tokens. I wonder where Big is around here. I'll find him eventually. The thumbs up. Okay, this launched me upwards and there wasn't really anything to do, but it was cool, so I'll let it slide. Oh wait, it's probably this thing I need to hit first. That's what I'm doing, then I'm going to work on speedrunning it. I mean, Sonic Frontiers has got to have some good speedrunning potential, I imagine. I was thinking about it yesterday. There's got to be some sort of interesting sequence breaks and tricks that you can do. I'm not a speedrunner, but even I think it's rather interesting. Like, if there was a Sonic game that I would want to speedrun, this one might be it. I don't know. I don't know. I sometimes feel like I can't honestly tell if speedrunning a Sonic game would be easier or harder than speedrunning other games. Because in Sonic games you're obviously expected to go fast. So I don't know if it would be more difficult to speedrun a game where you're already intended to go fast, so you have to go even faster than the game intends for you. Or if it would be easier to speedrun a Sonic game because you're already expected to go fast anyway, so speedrunning it is just more natural. I don't know. I think the huge thing that will break the game will be big, really? Okay, the huge thing that will break the game will be big. It is interesting. I'm interested to see what sort of speedruns happen with this. Oh dear. Oh my god. That thing's got some aim on it. I think I am getting the hang of the combat though, for the most part. Also, having my soap shoes. Okay, so where am I off to now? I guess I'll just like sort of gradually make my way over to Knuckles. I'll just make my way over there and see what I run into along the way. It's the discovery. That's the magic of this game. I mean, I know some people get annoyed when you compare this game to Breath of the Wild, but it does give me a similar sense of wonder and discovery that game did. Just like seeing, oh, what's that over there? And, you know, looking at all the interesting things. Okay, I can't silence these guys because the ground is weird. Oh. Yeah, the ground's a little bit slanted here with these little bits on the floor, so it's hard to side-loop anyone. I have the quick side-loop, but I'm glad you can still like jump onto enemies, just like normal, to hit them. Even though you got all these punches and stuff, you can still just jump on enemies normally. You can buy keys from Big, so you could just ignore the cyberspace. What the hell is that? Oh, it's that thing. Shadow freaked me the hell out. So you could just north side first level and grab the emeralds. Would fishing be quicker? I suppose, yeah. I mean, would it be quicker to fish? I don't know. I haven't really done much of the fishing in this game. I don't know if you can, like, rack up a ton of keys that way. I've only done a little bit of fishing. I would like to dedicate some more time to it, because you can get some of those Eggman memos, and I've only read the first one, so I want to see some more of them. They seem interesting. They've got a little bit of backstory in there, as far as I can tell. Okay, whereabouts am I now? Okay, I'll just keep heading upwards. So much stuff to see. Okay, keep pressing the wrong buttons. Ooh. I don't know, it depends on the experience of if you're already familiar with playing Sonic games of no difficulty. It could be easier to learn a Sonic speedrun with a little bit of ease. Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're good at, I suppose. Also, fishing seems somewhat luck-based as well. I mean, it could be that fishing is a good speedrun tactic if you're lucky, because what fish you get, I don't know if there's a way you can really tell. Gotta go fast, hi Insomniac. How are you today? Yeah, playing some Sonic Frontiers, enjoying the game so far. Before this game came out, I saw a lot of people comparing the combat of this game to Kingdom Hearts, so that intrigued me even more. And I guess it's kind of somewhat... It's not as in-depth as Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts isn't even that in-depth. I can see where some of the similarities would lie. It kind of reminds me of Flow Motion sometimes. That's why I do the glitchless speedrunning races on my channel with people, to ease them into speedrunning. Yeah, the glitchless ones. I'd rather do glitchless runs because, well, learning glitches can be difficult. It looks fun. Sega revived their reputation. Yeah, I mean, Sonic seems to be doing pretty well. I mean, at least now. You know, because it's got the movies are like a big success. Damn it, okay. So like the movies are a big success. Sonic's got that new TV series coming out soon, Sonic Prime. I'm messing this up really badly. I've already messed it up, okay. So yeah, there's Sonic Prime. And now Sonic Frontiers seems to be doing pretty good too. I mean, Sonic Frontiers seems to be somewhat mixed with some people, but for the most part, it seems like the major Sonic fan base seems to enjoy this game, it seems. Okay, I'm not thinking when I'm doing this, I'm just sort of running around hoping I get the puzzle right. Yeah, the fishing is RNG, but it's definitely faster than playing the cyberspace levels, really, huh? Again, I haven't really done much of the fishing, so I wouldn't know. Okay, I think that's supposed to be last. I'll see. No, that's wrong. Coco's are here watching me. No, that's wrong too. Sonic Prime, still looks really bad to me. I don't know, those animations are ugly. Really? I don't know. I think I need to still see more of it. To know for sure. I don't know. I thought it looked relatively I don't know, bouncy and exaggerated and what's the word? Expressive. But I don't know. I think I need to see more of it. Hope they fix it before it comes out. I mean, who knows? When does it come out? It comes out like next month, I think. Some point in December, I think. Let's see. I press that one. Press this one. This one. This one. This one. Here. Got it. That took me way too long to figure out. I think it's because I wasn't thinking. Funnily enough, as soon as I started thinking, I did it right. Whoa. Imagine that. Cool. There are more cocos over here. Just pick those up. Yeah, I think it is December at some point. I need to get Netflix again because I no longer have it. Oh, this is new. I haven't done this. Oh, there's someone attacking me. Okay, where am I now? I've lost my place. Ooh. Little buggers. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm getting closer to Knuckles. There's lots of trees around. I'm excited to see what the other islands are like, because I don't think in trailers, as far as I can tell, they haven't really shown anything past the third island, from what I could tell. I think they showed off the first three, and I don't think they've really shown anything from Islands 5 and 4. I might be wrong, but I don't think they have. So I have no idea what to expect, because I haven't seen anything of it. Oh man, I'm constantly having things trying to kill me. Okay, I'm good on memory tokens. Favorite thing about the game so far? Good question. I think it's like games at its best when all the pieces come together, you know, but favorite thing? Maybe the story so far? But that's by like a really it's very close, because I also really like the I don't know. Again, it's like when all the pieces come together, this game's super fun. But I am really intrigued by the story. I will say. I don't know if I can definitively say that's my favorite aspect about the game so far, because I also really like the music. The combat's fun, and the platforming's fun. And it's got a good sense of speed. And it's got RPG elements, and I like RPGs. So, but I'm interested in the story because it seems like a decent place for beginners to start off with without getting confused. I mean, Sonic isn't like crazy complicated, but there's also a lot of attention to like continuity in this game, which is great because we're not really used to that. I've already picked up on a few references to previous games, and it doesn't feel forced either. They don't bring up previous events without a reason for it, unless it's relevant. So I appreciate that. I like the story. And also just the dialogue and interactions between the characters. We've been very deprived with like good character interactions in recent Sonic games, so this one is like amazing. It's like a night and day comparison compared to like some of the previous Sonic games we've been getting recently. Very enjoying that. Yeah, the trailer doesn't go past the third island. Yeah. So I'm interested. I have zero clue. I have no expectations for what the fourth or fifth islands could even be like. I don't know what theme they'll have. I don't know what kind of environment I should expect. I'm very curious. My favorite is the supersonic fights and the mini bosses. Yeah, I've only done the first supersonic fight so far because I'm only on the second island, but yeah, that first one was crazy. Like it felt it had the same or like a similar amount of hype to it that a final boss would have. And that's like the first major boss, so if it's that amazing, then I can only imagine what the actual final boss is going to be like, let alone all the others. So count me intrigued. I ran past Knuckles, he's over there. Damn it. I'm finding it hard to aim my homing attack on those. Gotcha. Yep, Ian Flynn did an amazing job of putting everything together with the other main Sonic games story-wise. Yeah! Continuity, it sure is nice. This is what we wanted. Because I think he does like pay attention to that kind of continuity. I haven't read many of the Sonic comics, but there does seem to be more of an attention to continuity in those than in some of the recent games, aside from this one, so... I like it a lot. There's Knuckles down there. Lots of tokens. I won't spoil anything, don't worry, sure. I mean, I didn't think you would. I'm very excited to see what happens though. Like, I don't have my expectations majorly high, but
I don't care if you're afraid. Those are your
I like what I'm seeing so far.
there.
Hey coach, what's with the pep talk?
Knuckles is angry.
With the defenses down, the soldiers are supposed to fall back to a
They look so sad.
Then I'll round up the stragglers and you supervise, Commander.
That sounds good.
Knuckles fits more into a leader role than I thought he did. Coco roundup. Gather Coco back into Knuckles to avoid their bombs. Getting hit 3 times will fail the quest. Yeah, Knuckles seems to have taken up a leader role. I mean, he was like the general in Sonic Forces, so maybe they just sort of ran with that idea. Oh, it's more Coco herding. Oh my god, why are they throwing bombs at me? Oh my god, Sandstorm. Why must they attack me with bombs? They're trying to keep me on my toes, maybe. Oh, I legit cannot see anything. There we go. Knuckles, yes, I like Knuckles. Oh, we get a new emerald. There ain't no emerald there, Sonic. Was there supposed to be? That might have been a little bug. Was that a bug? It feels like there was... Oh!
Yo, Nux!
Flashback.
Sonic, this looks like ruins from back home. What if the people of these islands survived and resettled on Angel Island?
Better make this pretty important. That's not a good sound.
They did a flashback to the pixel art days. I was not expecting that. I wonder if we'll get more flashbacks from other games. That'd be interesting. That's a lot of towers. Just taking on one of those things is a bit much. There's 4. Now you're all ghosty.
Assault the bunker. I can't lose this.
You've got
Chuckle.
this, buddy. I've got your back.
Thank you, Sonic.
Yay, they're friends. I should have been here for it, but how did Sonic end up in this situation? So essentially the setup for this game, it's the kind of game where it's a very simple setup, and the real meat of the story comes from the mystery and discovering what's actually going on. Since I'm relatively early-ish into the game, there hasn't really been a ton of plot revelations. But essentially, Sonic, Amy, and Tails went to these chain of islands because the Chaos Emeralds all gathered there, and they wanted to find out why. They ended up getting sucked into a cyberspace portal which caused Amy, Tails, and also Knuckles to become all cybery and ghosty, while Sonic was able to escape. So now Sonic's exploring these islands to figure out what's going on, and to figure out a way to free his friends. And there's this mysterious character called Sage who seems to be the one behind everything, as well as Eggman, but we still don't know much about her. It's interesting. We're just sort of discovering what's going on as we go. But that's the basic setup. The best defense. Defeat all the towers within the time limit. Dodge cannot be used in this quest. I actually often forget to use the dodge. I don't use the dodge roll as much as I feel like maybe I should be. Because... oh my god, it's got spikes! Also, the music's hype as hell. I can run up these? I can insta-kill them by running up them? Okay, screw this, I'm doing that. Oh, I see the problem, they get spiky. Yeah, I haven't been using the dodge roll much because I feel like Sonic can just naturally outrun everything, so if I need a quick getaway, I can just like run as Sonic does, you know. Neat. Ah, spikes. Bonk. Cool strat. I should do that whenever I find other towers. Oh. Is this the actual Chaos Emerald? Maybe... okay. What was that cutscene before? I guess maybe that was just Sonic doing a dance because he felt like it. Sonic's got moves. Yeah, he can get down. Okay, I'm heading back to my stream. I'll keep you tabbed out. Oh, thank you. Good luck with the frontiering and all that. Oh, are they gonna die now? Yep, okay, they're all dying. And there's that weird symbol again. You had to work up to it. You just needed to get some practice in. I still don't know what that symbol means. I always call it the zap symbol because it kind of looks like the word zap. I also love the characters' facial expressions. They got a lot of personality. So how many Chaos Emeralds do I actually have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So only 2 more emeralds left to go. So yeah, there's this strange symbol that's everywhere. Or everywhere every now and then. Not sure what it means. It seems interesting. I wonder if side-looping this thing will do anything. No, it's too big to side-loop. Unless I go around here. Nope. Worth a shot. Bro, the characters and world look so good compared to things like Sonic Boom. Yeah, I mean, I think they were kind of going for a similar kind of thing, because Sonic Boom also had like an ancient technology kind of vibe to it as well. But Sonic Boom had so many issues that it was, and everything is so underexplained that it loses a bit of that intrigue. Knuckles is up there or something. Chat with Knuckles again, I guess. What you got, Knuckles? I'm down to chat with Knuckles any day. Have some bro moments.
Ages ago, my people were wiped out by a cataclysm. I know the Coco faced something similar. It reminds me I'm the last echidna, that I'm alone.
You may be the last, but you're not alone. You've got us, Knucklehead.
I'll admit, I do envy your lifestyle. Freedom to go where you want, when you want.
So do it. Get out there and live a little.
Maybe I could. But first I need to be back to normal. So hurry up and get me back to normal.
Anything to get you away from me.
Oh, this is great. I love these two.
He helps those he is at odds with. He is quick to make peace. Perhaps... No. I have run the simulations. They are doomed.
Man, the side of Sonic and Knuckles' friendship is so, like, barely ever, like, shown. These two are really enjoyable. And Knuckles is actually considering, like, I don't know, lightening up a bit, getting out in the world. Which, I don't know, in the past he always seemed really dead set on guarding the Master Emerald, but I don't know, it makes sense that after hanging out with Sonic for a long time, you'd want to try and do more of what he does. Which is nice. Knuckles isn't so much of a stick in the mud. Oh, hello TRC, hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. I'm actually going to check to see if Instagram's still working, because for some reason, trying to go to my Twitch channel from Instagram through a link doesn't work. It just leads you to a random channel, which is strange and weird. And so I haven't been able to put an Instagram announcement for this stream because of it. But links from like Twitter and Discord, they all work, so I don't know what's wrong with Instagram. Still doesn't work, I just tried it. It's very weird. Hello 13th, hiya. How are you? Bonk. There's a weird looking satellite dish looking thing I want to look into. My goal right now is just to get the next Chaos Emerald. I want to explore. Oh man. I'm doing good. My mouth hurts because I got my braces tightened, but it's whatever. I would not know. I've never had braces before, and I do hope that I never do, but so I can't really relate, or I can't understand your pain, but I hope it's okay though. What the hecky is going on? I can't get up there. I'm not too sure what this is. Psyloop? When in doubt, Psyloop? Aha! That did the trick. I lost a lot of time though. There we go. I guess the game was expecting me to try and figure it out. I'm doing good. That's good to know, 13th. Are we doing well? Again, I'm a little bit tired today, but I think I'm on the right track to finally fixing my internal clock. Hopefully, because I was able to get up at a good time, but it did leave me a bit tired. But if I go to bed nice and early today, I should have my internal clock finally fixed. I hope. How you doing, Pixel? Doing pretty good. I'm like massively enjoying this game. I love me some Sonic, and this seems to be a good game. I'm really enjoying a lot of the character interactions. Oh. Okay. I want to see what that thing up there is for. Wonder how I can get up. This looks promising. Here we are. Maybe there's some... I feel like I've only done a couple cyberspace levels in the desert, so... maybe there's some more of those around here somewhere. Wow, this thing looks really cool. I want to... Interested to see what that's all about. There's a Chaos Emerald way over there in the distance. God, this place is big. Like, wow, this island is definitely bigger than the first one, for sure. It feels like they were kind of easing you in. And now in the second time they're like, okay, check all this, have some sand. I like sand. Sand is squishy. I'll check that out later. Oh, there's an Eggman station thing. I kind of wish I could go into these, but they're kind of small, so there probably wouldn't be much to do, but going into like a little Eggman base might be neat. Maybe we do that later in the game, who knows. And alright, this game had such a 180 in terms of how people view it. Because when gameplay for this game first came out, people were very unhappy with it. And even me, even though I'm usually very easy to please, even I was a little bit, oh man. Like, I thought, I'll probably like this game, but, you know, it's a tad disappointing. But then, you know, the gameplay showcases got better. They did a lot better at advertising this game and actually showing you what it's really like to play. And, you know, myself and everyone else seem to, like, completely change their tune about this game, and now it's pretty positive. Damn it, it keeps stealing my Chaos Emerald. I don't know if I can stop those from taking my Chaos Emerald. I've tried. Oh, damn it. No! I'm getting too far away. There it is. What happens if I can't recover my emerald? There we go. It is interesting that there are robots that can just steal your Chaos Emeralds. Bonk. Bonk. Still wonder if there could be a Shadow DLC or some kind of DLC story with another character. Doesn't necessarily have to be for Shadow. I'm happy with any character getting some spotlight. But I thought maybe Shadow, because he's not in this game, in the base game. Or he might be. I highly doubt it. I feel like that would have been in trailers, but maybe Silver. Yeah, I feel like it'd be cool if someone got a DLC story in this game. I'd want to see what characters like Shadow or Silver, what their combat would be like. Because those two are a little more combat oriented than Sonic, I would say. Like, character-wise. Okay, oh, there's another giant robot over there. If they did one for Shadow's fighting style would be gun. That'd be funny. But I'd like to... Well, like, Shadow has all sorts of different powers outside of gun to gun. You know, pew pew and all that. It'd be funny if he had a gun, but I feel like there's a lot you could do with Shadow outside of his use of gun. You know, he has all sorts of different powers. Well, hey, Knuckles. I wasn't expecting to see you here, but I will gladly say hey. Just Shadow can just shoot the robots.
Look at the size of this. What do you call it? Satellite dish? It's for communication.
Oh, I was right. It is a satellite dish.
Yeah, I've seen all sorts of crazy high-tech ancient tech across both islands.
How can something this old be this advanced? It's sturdy too. I punched it. It didn't move at all.
Yeah, Nux, don't...
Isn't that because you're a ghost?
Once I find Tails, maybe he can use them to figure out what happened here.
Hey, I already discovered that it's sturdier than anything we've encountered. I don't think this material is from this world.
You're getting little nuggets of information, which is really cool. Okay, so the emerald is over there. I want to check out this robot though. So there's so much like stuff around these like rocky hills and mountains and stuff. I want to check it out. I thought that spring was just gonna make me just send me straight into the water. Okay, gotta head there. I'll just wing it. Should be fine. I think I might be going the wrong way. I got plenty of time. I can figure this out. No, I think I'm on the right track. Here we are. Plenty of time to spare. Oh, there's a Cocoa Elder over there. Okay, increase my ring capacity. I think that's more important to me than speed. Can I increase my speed just in case? You can get your speed all the way up to level 99, but mine's currently at level 4. So I wonder what level 99 speed is like. No, I'm good. Can I unlock my skills? I didn't see this. Spin slash. Press X during a combo. Surround the enemy with a multi-hit spinning attack. That sounds fun. Let's do that. I've almost unlocked everything in the entire skill tree. That was cool. I've almost unlocked everything on the entire skill tree, even though I'm only on the second island out of 5. Which is really weird. I would have thought it would take a lot longer to like max out the skill tree, but I've basically almost done it. Maybe it's because I'm being so thorough with my exploration and enemy killing that it's making me get stuff a lot sooner. But that's just how I like to play, so... Oh well, I get access to more cool stuff. And it's not like all these powers makes me like overpowered, because it's just a bunch of fancy attacks. It doesn't like increase my strength or anything. Okay. We'll grab this guy. And this guy. And I want to fight this giant robot. Ooh, fishing coins. I still haven't found Big here yet. Be around here somewhere. Oh geez, I got sent pretty far. Oh, but there's a cyberspace level here. I'll happily do that. Okay, let's see what this one is. I do find the cyberspace levels fun, I will say. Oh, Sky Sanctuary, I can English, but in Sunset. Okay, this feels like a classic Sonic. So the music's interesting. This feels like a classic Sonic level, but I don't recognize the exact level design. It just feels like classic Sky Sanctuary. Okay, I'm gonna retry. How do we get up there? Oh, never mind. Oh, wait a minute. This level design feels kind of familiar. This might be modern Sky Sanctuary, but only the 2D sections. Ow. Ow. Not much invincibility frames after you get hit, I've noticed. Wow, the lighting is really nice. Okay, I missed one red ring. I only got one objective. Red star rings, clear with 30 rings, clear with an S rank time. I need 1 minute 10 seconds to do an S rank, but I still need to get that second red ring, wherever that may be. Yeah, I'm trying to 100% all the cyberspace levels as I go. So I think it's fun that way. Okay. Seeing Sonic grind on rails with soap shoes feels so right, because that's what they're for. Now that's how you get up there. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see what's this way. There it is. Okay, that's all the red rings. Now I just need to focus on getting a good time and not getting hit. Okay, my efforts to try and go as fast as possible, I'm making lots of mistakes. No, I can't reset, I'll lose my red ring. Okay, I'll just stick it out. So, something I might want to try and do for this playthrough, if I do end up playing the entirety of this game on stream, and I think I'd like to. I don't know exactly how I would do that scheduling-wise, because I've got other playthroughs going on as well. So I think it's just play Sonic Frontiers whenever I have some more time. But if I do end up playing through this whole game on stream, I'd like to maybe try and put together a reaction compilation to all the stuff. I think that might be fun. The trouble with that is sometimes I don't, because I've made other compilations as well. Trouble is figuring out what's worth including. Sometimes I get hung up on that. Because I want to include moments like that includes part of the story, and I also want to include enough that there's context. But I also want to include funny moments as well, but some of it might be unnecessary, and it's sometimes hard to tell. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just do whatever. Do what feels natural. Also, Antonio, are you doing posture check? Good idea, because my posture is not doing great. My posture has been checked. Thank you. Okay, this is going badly. I think I need to get a time of 1 minute 10, I think, for that S rank. That was good. The backgrounds here are always really interesting to look at. Damn it. Okay, this is my attempts to try and go fast is causing me to be sloppy. Okay, can you jump? Take this thing. Nice. Huh, I didn't lose any rings because I landed on the cloud. Okay, I'm making decent time, I think. Okay, I've got about 10 seconds left. There. That's the way. Great. I've actually neglected to actually look at the trophy list for this game. Maybe I should take a peek. How do I look at trophies again? Yeah. Sonic Frontiers. I've already got 35% of them. Defeat Titan. Complete story and area. Okay, that's for each of the islands. View all the side stories. Okay, view all the side stories. Complete the maps. Challenges. Unlocked all skills. Activated power boost. Okay, got that. Performed Phantom Rush 50 times outside the training simulator. That might take some work. Raise power to max. Raise defense to max. Bring down to max. Speed to max. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard if I'm playing the game thoroughly. Defeated all enemy types. That's something I'll probably naturally do through the game. Defeated all the guardian types. I'll probably do that naturally through the game. All the portals. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Landed all catches in one fishing spot. Okay. This one seems to be the only one that I'll have to go out of my way to get. As well as also maxing out my levels. But all this stuff is stuff I'll probably do just by naturally playing through the game, since I'm planning on 100%ing every island. Platinum trophy should be in the bag. Because I think I've gotten platinum trophies on every Sonic game I have on PS5, or PS4, or PS anything. PS3, 4, 5. Every Sonic game I have, I think I've gotten the platinum trophy for. At least 3D games. So that'd be Generations, Unleashed, Colors, Forces. Got the platinum trophies for all of those. So it'd be nice to add Frontiers to the collection. Oh yeah, and Mania. Actually, I don't know if Mania has a platinum trophy. I've gotten all the trophies for Mania, but I don't know if it has a platinum. Okay, I want to go fight that giant, I think, Guardian another one of these. Not the best at these. Oh, apparently I am. Oh, Knuckles is around here. Chat with him. Always down. Always down for some Knuckles time. Okay, another Strider. I fought one of these already. I just got to get on its rings and avoid its projectiles, and I should be fine. Use it's cool. And just go nuts. Oh yeah. I'm loving all the flashy attacks I have now. Cool, I was able to kill it in one go. That was fun. They're powerful now. Bonk. Well, that thing's gone, at least until the blood moon rises once again. Okay, these robots are a little bit annoying because they keep pulling out those shields every 5 seconds. I just gotta kill them quick, huh? There we go. Okay, where am I heading now? I want to see Knuckles. He's around here. The way the beacons work in this game, like the waypoints on the map, it's very similar to Skyward Sword. It's very strange. When I boost and I stop boosting, Sonic slows down tremendously. Like he's not in his full speed after I stop boosting. I wonder why that is. Is that something I can change in the options maybe? Initial boost speed, starting speed, boost turning speed, top speed. Acceleration, bounce height, camera speed. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the game is. I haven't noticed it until now. Maybe it's because I got the Mega Infinite boost. Maybe it's a little bug. Who knows? Okay, Knuckles is up there. Got to figure out a way up. This looks like a good way. Oh. There's a Coco here. Mine. Okay, making my way up. The super mega boost. A little bit hard to control when I'm in these like smaller areas. It's good for getting around open areas quickly, but this is a minor thing, but I'd much prefer the homing attack reticle sound, which is a very small little thing, but I always really like the homing attack reticle noise or sound effect in like Unleash Colors Generations. It was all the same in all those games, but in Lost World and Forces they changed it, and I don't like it as much. Like, it wasn't awful, but I preferred the old one. This one is different, but I like it, so that's nice. I like it more than the Forces and Lost World one. It is strange for me to say that about like a little sound effect. I was like, oh, I like this sound effect. But you know, these little bits of the game feel, juice, you know, they do matter at a point. Okay, so Knuckles is right here. Chat with my best buddy. At least until Tails arrives in the plot.
I know they're completely different islands, but some of these ruins are making me think of the ones back on Angel Island.
Why? Because they're made of stone? There are multiple architectural styles across the island. It's different types of stone, too. Plus, these ruins predate anything on Angel Island.
Knuckles knows everything about magical
The
rocks.
spiritual spaces and military structures do share some similarities.
Okay, so the ancients and echidnas weren't related, but the one group must have inspired the other.
Echidnas are important to the Sonic lore and universe, so it is interesting they're bringing this up. Okay, I guess I'll meander over to get this Chaos Emerald. Also, Knuckles is there, so I get more Nux time. Also, he's over here too. That's the plan. And he can go so fast. It's gonna steal my emerald. I'm not going the way I want to go. Have I been here? Yeah, I think so. Oh, damn it. Man, it got really dark. Gotta go around. Man, this game sure does a good job of giving you a sense of speed. It sure helps you feel fast, as you do in Sonic World. Okay, I cannot see. Okay. I think I've been here. Yeah, I just gotta go through this ramp. This is cool. This feels very Eggman-y level, like, I don't know, this looks kind of secret Eggman base kind of thing, although it's still got the ancient tech. Oh crap, I nearly died. This almost feels like a little mini level. Man, I keep judging... Oh, whoops. I keep thinking that the air boost can take me a lot farther than it actually can. I think I'm too used to the boost from other games. So in other words, the boost in this game is less overpowered. Especially because you can't just ram into robots to kill them. Not saying that's a bad thing though. Because like Sonic can punch and stuff, so... You're expected to take out enemies in other ways. If you could use the boost to just ram into enemies to kill them immediately, then this game's combat would be, well, useless, obsolete, essentially, so... Here we are. That was fun. I would like to see maybe some more industrial-esque locations, maybe. I wonder if that will be a thing. I know, some more tech and maybe some interior sort of locations. I don't know. There are still 2 islands in this game I know nothing about, so who knows. Talk to me, Nux.
What do you think of the weird spires being used to contain the Chaos Emeralds?
Contain? No. I think they're meant to protect them, even harness their power. You've experienced yourself the limitless power of the Chaos Emeralds. Even if they didn't have them all, a couple would have provided more than enough energy to live comfortably.
Enough to power the ruins, cyberspace. I wonder, if the ancients somehow lost their access to the emeralds, would that have caused them to disappear?
I'd be thinking right now. I need to like brush up on my Sonic lore. Got the damn Chaos Emerald. Alright, that's 6 out of 7. Now, if it's anything like the last one, then the 7th Chaos Emerald will... I'll be able to get as I'm fighting the boss, so... I think I've explored enough to progress, but I wanna explore some more. Also, look at me rotate. It's just because I'm moving the analog stick. So you can do this if you want. Or you can do this. You can do this. Or this. Or that. I kind of want this super boost to go away. I don't know, I'm not the... I don't know, I kind of don't want it. If I'm honest. I think it's too fast. Oh cool, my super boost went because I got hit. Neat. Phew. It is very stylish when you get in a good flow in combat. Having stylish combat is always the way to go for me. Oh wow, I did that one without even really thinking. I kind of just had a feeling. I used my feelings. God, this island is big. Definitely bigger than the first. I'm excited to see Tails. Looking forward to that. I need some Sonic and Tails brotherly love moments. There's always my favorite. Sonic movie gave me some of those, so I'm pretty satisfied for now, but if this game can also bring me some of those, that'd be good too. What's this? Sumo. I have not seen any of these. So I gotta fight one of every kind of enemy. Oh, these were... I saw this in gameplay showcase. I think you gotta bounce off the walls, which looks super cool. Oh, this is... That's so cool. I absolutely love it. Wow, you can just bounce to do damage. Okay. I tried to punch it, but I could not figure it out. I'm not using the parry very much. Ow. I'm not using the parry as much as I feel like I should be. Oh, whoops, the walls are electrified. Should be more careful. Okay, I have but one ring. Gotta make it count. Okay, side looping it causes the electrified fences to go away, at least when I'm using them. Oh, I forgot I could use my sonic boom thing. Okay. Okay. Is this... Oh, I have not done this one yet. Let's do that. Go for some more cyberspace. Anytime. Whew. Okay, parrying is cool, so I definitely should do it more. If it's cool, then you should do it. Lesson. Life lesson. Pretty bad life lesson, actually. Because all the cool things in life can make you dead. Saw some fishing coins. Speaking of fishing coins, still have not found Big. Where, oh where could he be? Oh, what's this? That was weird. What was that thing even? Will-o'-the-wisp. They lead you to your fate. There's Knuckles over there. I still want to go to that cyberspace level though. You know what? I wonder if anyone... Why don't I do it? I was wondering if maybe anyone will try and do a level 1 playthrough of this game, where they go through the entire game without leveling up Sonic's stats. I wonder what that'd be like. That'd have a good amount of challenge, especially because you can just infinitely side loop to get rings, which I still don't really like, hence why I'm not doing it. Hope maybe they, I don't know, balance that maybe. Maybe it is balanced, because I haven't used it much, so maybe it's more balanced than I think it is, but who knows. Oh. Okay, where's the level? There it is, I'm going the opposite direction. That's one of these. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, okay, that was wrong. Okay, I got it. I wonder if there's more than one solution to those. Probably. They look big enough to where they could be. I feel like if there was only one solution to that puzzle, I would have had a much harder time doing it. Okay, wow, I went really far off course. I'm closer to Knuckles than I am the cyberspace level, so maybe I should just go see Knuckles. Where are you, Nux? It's around here somewhere. There he is. Oh, I need 5. Damn it. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I've been over here before, I think. Oh yeah, okay, so something I noticed earlier was when I had the Mega Super Max Ring boost. When I boosted and when I stopped boosting, Sonic would slow down and he wouldn't be in his like top speed animation, like with his arms behind him. He'd like start off from a light jog again. But when I'm boost with the normal boost and then I let go, he's still in his top speed animation and still going at his max normal speed. So something about the super lightning boost causes you to slow the hell down after boosting. Another reason why I really don't really care much for it. So yeah, not a big fan of the max ring boost. Oh well. Okay, let's see. I gotta head over to that beacon. This rail might help. I do love these rails and how they act as massive shortcuts through places you've been. This game does have actual fast travel, but it only works with islands you've like fully mapped out. So it's not too useful after that point, but when Sonic moves as fast as he does, you don't really need fast travel. I feel a similar way when I play the Spider-Man games. The newer ones, I mean. I feel like that goes without saying. You can fast travel in those games, but like swinging around the city is so much fun. I've literally never used the fast travel feature aside from once just to see what the animation looked like. And because these days, like the fast travel animations are quite funny in Spider-Man because you go on a train, and you get to see like Spider-Man just chilling on a train. It's kind of funny. And there's a few different ones as well. But because I have the remastered versions on PS5, and because they're on PS5, the loading times are so wicked quick that you're probably not going to even see the train animation. Okay, time to get some more power. Oh wow, I jumped up like crazy. Maybe it'd be fun to do a level 1 playthrough for this game. Just to see. It might be a fun challenge. I might actually end up doing that one day. I might do that for my second playthrough. That might be interesting. Don't know if I'd stream that though. Okay, Cyberspace. Okay, I definitely got a lot more memory tokens to feed Knuckles with. These runs look pretty cool. It's a good thing the game tells me when I've done all the cyberspace levels on an island. Otherwise I'd be very paranoid not knowing. Okay, what's this? What? How many are on a single island? Maybe there's a set amount on every island, like 7 or so. I did notice that you can teleport to any cyberspace level in the overworld, which is handy, but a part of me wonders if maybe it would be better if you could just select what cyberspace level you want to instantly try playing from a list. But I don't know, maybe that's not entirely necessary. Okay, this is definitely classic Sky Sanctuary from Generations. I'd know this level design anywhere. There's a red ring. Red ring. Oh yeah, this is definitely classic Sky Sanctuary. Whoopsie. Okay, I got a little bit too carried away there. There's a red ring, so I want to try and getting that. There it is. Okay. Okay, that went wrong. I let go of the analog stick, that's why I fell. I wonder if I can drop dash while in cyberspace. Oh, looks like I can. It killed me, but I can do it. Nice. I like jumping off ramps after boosting to like get a bunch of air. Okay, that's all the red rings. Now I just got to do the bonus objectives. Nice. Okay, I've done everything. I just need to get the S rank. I did terribly, time-wise. I think I've got the lowest rank possible. I need 1 minute 30. I was mainly going for the red rings, so I've got to pick up pace this time. 1:30 is the time. I already know the level design quite well, so like the basics. And you know, it's simple Sonic logic of top path is usually the faster one. Music's almost relaxing. Oh yeah, this is going great. If I don't get the S rank this time, I legit don't know how I could make this run any faster. I'm doing this literally as best I can. Yeah, I had it. It's fun to get all the missions and objectives and the S ranks and all that. It's a little extra something. Manual input for Wild Rush. Am I doing it? L1, R1, square? What's Wild Rush again? We've got some more vault keys. Oh, it's nighttime. What is Wild Rush? I don't remember. Wild Rush, here we go. Oh, I've completely never used this. Oh my god. I've never used, I completely forgot I even had this. High speed zigzagging attack. How do I use that? Because I am trying. There it is. Okay, so it's not L1 and R1. It's just one of those buttons and square. Not sure I fully grasp it. But I'm pressing the buttons. Maybe I need to hold them? During battle, it's possible to dodge into Wild Rush by pressing high speed to press on L1, R1. Okay, not sure I fully get that one. It seems to I'm pressing the buttons, but sometimes I just dodge. I don't know. Okay, where's next? There's a map thing here. Good place as any. It is fun to really like quickly side-loop something by boosting around it. I know, it's nice. It's fun. Okay, I gotta play some ball. Okay, that was accident, but I'll pretend I did that on purpose. And there we go. I like how they literally contextualize the map being filled in by saying it gets uploaded to Sonic's brain cells whenever he does any of these little mini challenges. And I'm not even kidding. Okay, where to now? Let's see, there's Knuckles over here, so that seems fun. I'll do that. That's where I'm heading anyway. Ooh. Oh, I've already fought one of these. I'll fight another. Why not? A tank. Oh, this is the one that does the whirlwind stuff. Whoopsie. Oh, I died. Yeah, there's really like no invincibility frames after getting hit, really. There's like a very tiny window where you're invulnerable, but it's not much. Especially compared to other Sonic games. But it's not like a bad thing. Anything to make the game a little more challenging. Okay, activated Phantom Rush. Whoops, I got a little bit too carried away. Ow. I'm running out of ring. I have no rings. Okay, now I will side loop. I'll do it when circumstances demand. Alright, the near balls. Okay. Alright. That was cool. Phantom Rush is neat because you can just go crazy on things. I need to activate Phantom Rush a certain amount of times to get a trophy. So I gotta get kicking. Get punching. Oh my god, the lighting here is beautiful. So many thumbnail worthy shots in this game. I'll just take some screenshots just in case, you never know what could be usable. I don't know if this game has a photo mode. I tried googling it yesterday actually. Just out of curiosity, I was just like, does this game have a photo mode? So I tried googling it. I didn't really get an answer, so I'm going to assume that it doesn't, which is weird because it feels like a lot of modern games these days have a photo mode, and this feels like the kind of game that would suit having one, so I don't know, maybe they'll add it in an update, perhaps. Where's Knuckles? Here he is. Feast on these badges I have for you. No, they're not badges, they're medals. Probably because Knuckles is a war general now, apparently.
Besides the Coco, these islands seem deserted, don't they?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Ancients' buildings on both islands, but nobody's home.
Given their state of decay and how much nature's reclaimed them, I'd say they've been gone for a long time. Longer than any civilization we know of. I'd like to think that they simply moved on and settled somewhere else. Not that they're gone. Some of the active technology seems built for storing and protecting the Chaos Emeralds. Comparing that to what's on Angel Island, I feel like I was drawn here for a reason.
Many questions. They're bringing up a lot. They're like bringing up a lot of questions. So surely there are answers to these questions, I would hope. Otherwise, why bother teasing such a thing? Unless this game's going to have some kind of direct sequel. Which, I don't know, that might be interesting. Oh. Can I? Oh right, Psyloot. No, not Psyloot. I've seen a bunch of these little sphere things around, and I've activated a bunch of them already. Oh! Well, whoops. Okay, I've got to go back up there again. Maybe I can activate it because there's enemies around. Okay. Can I get up there again? Oh wait. No, you literally just touch it. The bunch of Cocos come out. Do I, like, have them now? Okay. Oh, a thing. That's this game in a nutshell, I think. Ooh, a thing. And then you go to the thing, and then you look at the thing, you experience the thing, and then you move on to the next thing. Just ran past these skill points, so I should probably grab those. Ooh! Is this a cannon? Oh, use parry. Bonk. Bonk. I thought Sonic could just slap things. Man, the soap shoes are really growing on me, actually. I might keep them on for the rest of the game, I don't know. I'll definitely keep the soap shoes for the rest of this stream. But as for the next, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it to a vote. Could have a poll going. Which shoes should I wear? I feel like most people would just choose soap shoes, though. For nostalgia's sake. But I don't know. Maybe not. I enjoy the metallic structures. There we go. More map. More spiky fruits. Okay, so Knuckles is over there. So I think that's where I need to go to progress, but I want to fill up this map. Priorities. This way? No, I want to go this way. Oh, I wonder if those like shooty cannon things again reminded me of Unleashed because that's where they're from. So it makes me wonder if there'll be any other Unleashed references. Because the Chaos Emeralds played a big deal in Unleashed as well, and those temples of Gaia were also used to harness their power and like stuff like that. So maybe they'll bring that up at some point, because it seems somewhat relevant. Damn it, I'm trying to stomp you. Did it take my emerald? And I didn't know, and I've forgotten. Okay, just stop. There we go. No, it didn't take my emerald, it was just floating around. Okay. Man, I haven't been around here at all yet. So much to discover. So many places to frontiering. I don't know what the word frontier means, I'll be honest. I don't know if that's been at all clear. It's just a cool sounding word. More squares! This game's so cool because you get to run through squares. Okay, I nearly fell. Man, there's more squares than I anticipated. Oh, did I mess up? Oh. Let's try this again. Huh, I feel like I have plenty of time. I wonder why I failed. I don't think I ran out of time. There we go. Huh, I wonder why I failed the first time. It looked like I had so much time there. Unless they gave me more time because I failed. But I don't know about that. I go back and forth on that sort of adaptive difficulty, which some games have, where if you keep failing, they'll eventually make it easier for you. Or they'll make it easier for you gradually as you keep failing. I don't particularly like that. I think it's okay if that sort of thing is optional. Like if you can turn it off, or if it's like an optional thing, like how Mario has it so that if you die a bunch of times on a level, like a special infinite super mega break the game power up will show up for you to use. I think that's fine because you don't have to collect it, you can just leave it. And I think the game even gives you a form of penalty if you do take it. I think it's in Super Mario 3D World, where that has like the special raccoon suit that makes you invincible if you die too many times on a level. But if you use it, like on your save file, when you do certain things in the game, like collect all the collectibles and beat every level, you'll gain stars on your save file. I think one of the stars will be... You won't be able to get one of the stars if you beat the game and you use the special raccoon suit at any point. So if you go through the game without using it, you get a star on your save file, but if you do use it, you'll never be able to get that star. So it's there if you want it, but you'll miss out on something if you do use it, so you're incentivized to stick it out if you have trouble. Yeah, I'd rather a game didn't get easier if I keep failing, because I'd rather like persevere and conquer the challenge without the game going easy on me. But that's just me. Again, I think adaptive difficulty is okay if it's optional, because I know some people do like those kinds of features, and I think it's a good feature to have for the most part. Again, as long as it's optional. Maybe there are some exceptions. I can't think of any off the top of my head. These are those buttons that you have to stomp on. They're like Unleashed as well. Because Unleashed didn't have buttons that you just step on. It had the ones where you had to stomp on them 3 times for them to activate. Ooh, wow, okay, that looks kind of deep. Oh, there's so much to explore. Also, I don't think I didn't notice this fishing icon. I think I found Big. He's out there somewhere, it seems. Also, I've said before, but this dragon thing, centipede looking thing, just looming around throughout the entire thing, really good touch. Love that. Because you know you've got to fight it eventually. The first Titan didn't do that, so it's cool that this one does. It's kind of like a divine beast. Again, more Breath of the Wild comparisons, but it's so hard to not compare this game to Breath of the Wild, you know? Because it's so very obviously inspired by it, so I think it's fair to compare it. And I'm not comparing it in a bad way. I'm comparing it like, I like both these games, and this game does something different with the same basic formula. With Sonic-y stuff, you know? Wow, this is such a cool, like, little temple. More of this. I want to go to more interior locations. Maybe it's because I'm indoorsy. Also, there's the zap symbol again. Oh dear. Easy. Oh man, because I'm indoors, the map isn't going to show up here, is it? Okay, that's where I came from. Man, which way? Right or left? Oh, go left. Oh! Aha, there's Big. Yeah, I'll go here for a little detour. At least I'll be able to teleport back here.
Hey, Sonic. Welcome back.
It's a really pretty location, actually.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
Let's see, I want to get some of those egg memos. As for skill pieces, rings, and seeds and stuff, I can do without. But, egg memos? Those sound like something I want. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I was right. Oh, and I nearly missed the fish because of it. Ugh. Ah, I found a Nemo. It looks more like a marlin. I imagine a lot of children did that, where instead of calling an animal by what they are actually called, they'd call it whatever Disney character that animal happened to be. Like, I remember instead of calling deer, I just call them all Bambis. I wonder if anyone else did that. Damn it, I keep pressing the X button twice because I keep thinking you gotta mash it. No, I think you just gotta press it once. This ain't no Animal Crossing. Ooh, that's a biggie. I'm glad that Big is just here. Like, there doesn't need to be an explanation for him being here, it's just nice that he's here. I like it when this series utilizes its like, big cast of characters. You! Squid. I wonder if there are many OCs based on sea creatures. That'd be weird. Interesting, really. Ooh, it's shiny. Oh! Hermit's Cocoa Scroll. What is that? It's fast travel via scrolls. Scrolls can be attained while fishing. These scrolls unlock fast travel to the Elder Cocoa and Hermit Cocoa, but only for the island they're obtained from. Interesting. So I could have got this on the last island? Fast travel isn't the most useful thing, because normal travel for Sonic is fast travel. You know, could come in handy. Gourami. That's a really, like, high quality looking fish, actually. I'm gonna check Instagram again to see if the link works. Probably doesn't. Oh, that is a big boy. Lord. Oh! The link on my Instagram works now. Maybe I should put an Instagram story to say I'm streaming, just in case. Ooh, it's shiny. Let me just check that again to make sure it's not a one-time thing. Ooh! Hey! 3 gold cards. That means I get a bunch of free stuff from Big so that he doesn't make any money and goes bankrupt. My favorite. Okay, I'm gonna quickly catch another fish and then I'm gonna do my an Instagram story to advertise my stream like I usually do, but couldn't because Instagram wasn't working. Scared me because when the Instagram link didn't take me... Oh, is that a salmon? Oh, that's a big salmon. I don't know how big salmon are supposed to be. But yeah, when I did tried doing my Instagram announcement, as I always do, and the link didn't work, it sent me to just another random channel, if any at all. Sometimes it did, sometimes it just didn't work. It made me think that maybe my channel had been deleted somehow. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing that can even happen. Okay. At least we get this relaxing music to vibe to. Okay, almost done. There. Do that. Very simple. I don't know if these Instagram links really matter much, but Instagram is where I had the most amount of followers, so I think it's worth doing. You never know. You never know. I'm not really too bothered about the amount of views I have for this stream though. I'm just happy playing the game. And this way, if all my reactions to the game are on video, so if I want to do something with those, then I can. Woohoo! And if that's the... Whoa! I got a gold plate? That's really bizarre. Am I going to get any context for that? No, guess not. I wonder if I can find any more references in this lake. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So if it's just a matter of wanting my reactions on video, I could do just a recording of my playthrough instead of a stream. But this way, there is the possibility of having people to chat with in the chat, which makes it more fun. With just a recording, I can't really do that. Ooh, a chest. How much longer should I go on for? Maybe I should go to the first lake again from the first island and see, because I probably missed a bunch of stuff. I think there's also a Fishpedia that I can look at to see what unique fish I found. Tuna. Cats eat tuna. I wonder how far out I can cast my line. Oh, it's a glowy. Hey, map. Another Elder Cocoa scroll. It's different from the first one, though. I thought it was a treasure map. So, there was a goalpost in the lake that I fished up. Ooh, octopus. So yeah, I fished up a goalpost from the lake, which was like, oh, that's a fun reference item. And that, you know, led me to wonder, oh, I wonder what other references, like other Sonic references you might fish up from this lake. And then for some reason, my thought just now, ooh, a frog. A poison dart frog. Is that safe? Yeah, I was like, I wonder what references might else be in this lake. And for some reason, the first thing I thought of was, I wonder if we'll fish up Chris Thorndyke in this lake. And I'm like, why did my brain think of that first? Medaka. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. You know what? I'll do one more for luck. Let him go. Fishing's pretty simple, but you get a lot of stuff out of it. It's not like horrifically dull. I mean, I don't know. I think its simplicity makes it easier to do for lengthy amounts of time because you get a bunch of stuff out of it and it's not too difficult. So you can just like hop in here, do some fishing, and then go. You know. Let's check my Fishopedia. Oh, travel to Hermit, travel to Elder, I see. Okay, let's buy some egg memos. These are definitely the most valuable thing in the shop right now, so I should just keep buying them. Yep, I'm pretty satisfied with that. And I'll buy some... I'm good.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
You talk so quietly, Big. Oh man, I just bought a ton of these.
Some what a gun military craft doing in here? Sage has helped me avoid the worst of it, and it doesn't appear to be manned. Is it a defense mechanism? I need to learn more.
Didn't I see some of those gun military crafts in one of those cyberspace levels?
The terrain here keeps shifting. I'm finding recreations of regions from South Island, West Side Island, even Angel Island. Where is this environmental data coming from?
Ah, so that's Sonic 1, 2, and 3 locations. That explains Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary. I mean, the real reason is because they reuse assets, but, you know, plot reasons.
I found elements from my own EggNet, the United Federation, even planet Donpa Kingdom race data. As best as I can surmise, this cyberspace extends well beyond the scope of these islands and is gaining information from around the world. Fascinating.
He referenced Team Sonic Racing, Planet Donpa. Donpa. Wow, that game's canon? Is that the implication there? Interesting.
I am officially jealous. This entire expanse was constructed by the ancient race who had previously settled on these islands. The level of technology they employed is completely alien to me, so I can't salvage it. Yet. It appears the Starfall Islands act as the CPU for cyberspace. Once I'm out of here, I need to secure them at all costs. I'm not able to access the data too readily.
It's a techno-babble.
But it appears the entire history of the ancients is recorded here in cyberspace. More than that, they logged their memories, their desires. It's almost like they encoded their very souls into this place. Now then, how can I use that to my benefit?
Logged their souls into cyberspace. Is that what Sage is? No, it seemed to imply that Sage was an AI before that Eggman built. I don't know, but she seems to have a connection to the island somehow. Who knows?
Who were the ancients? They predate any civilization by a wide margin. The Echidnas? The Black Arms?
Oh, why?
The Babylonians? Hardly. And yet they didn't seem to influence the world beyond these three piddly islands. Why? What stopped them from conquering the world?
Man, I love these callbacks. Again, because it also implies that Sonic Riders might be canon? Or maybe not. Maybe the Babylonians is canon, but the events of Riders aren't. That's like a separate universe, maybe. But that doesn't mean that the lore isn't canon. I don't know. Interesting.
I'm finding multiple connections between the ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. Their technology seems built with the emeralds in mind. It's almost like they share the same origin. I enjoy a good mystery, but not when the answers are more mysteries.
I'm glad these little memos are voiced. That's a nice touch. They didn't have to do that, but I'm glad they did. I mean, they are like audio logs, so it makes sense. At least they look like it from the little picture. Ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. Seems to be what the Chaos Emeralds are like. Almost like they share the same origin.
The ancients seem to have employed a set of strange icons as keepsakes or totems. That same imagery is being used by the Coco running around the islands.
Did the Coco inspire the ancients? Or did the Coco adopt the leftovers once the ancients were gone? Something wiped out the ancients, that's for certain. A catastrophic event caused dire environmental shifts across the islands. It appears they made some effort to rebuild, but they were living on borrowed time. They died out within a generation. I don't believe this.
Interesting.
I had Sage run a diagnostic on the recorded genetic data of the ancients, and then against archives I have with me. They're relatives of Chaos, the god of
I
destruction.
knew it.
After countless years, their DNA corroded to the point they were completely transformed into a new species. Some kind of radiation affected them for eons, making them unrecognizable. Except to a genius like
So
me.
they are related to Chaos. That's why they looked kind of similar. Relatives of Chaos. Relatives of Chaos and their DNA corroded. So how are they related to Chaos and where did they come from?
I'm deploying my most advanced artificial intelligence into the ancient network spanning the Starfall Islands. I've codenamed it Sage. Sage will take over the alien network, take control of all its resources, and give them to me. Once I'm out of here.
Okay, so he made Sage as an AI and plugged her into the cyberspace or whatever. Okay. That's a lot of juicy stuff in there. Should have done that ages ago. So it's not a coincidence that those creatures that the Coco were in those flashbacks resemble Chaos slightly. It's not a coincidence at all. They are related, but how and why and where did they come from? Did they come from the Master Emerald as well? Fast travel to Elder Coco and Hermit Coco while fishing. Suddenly come across scrolls. Unlock fast travel. So I can fast travel to hermits now. That's cool. Oh, cool. It tells you your catch completion. I didn't want to actually go back in there.
Hey, would you like to try?
Hey, Sonic. Do you want to fish? No? Where's Froggy, by the way? I don't know, maybe I'm blind. I did not see Froggy there. Also, Sonic's doing a little squat and it's fun. It tells you how much, how many of the fish you've actually caught. That's handy, actually. Okay. Let's head this way. Ooh, style. Very stylish. Like it. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm way over here. That was fun. It did not work. What are these? Oh, I see. Okay, I had to do them in order. Okay. Just checking something. Hold on. Something popped up. Okay. Shouldn't check my phone during the stream. I think that's a bit rude, but yet here I am doing that, so... Okay, let's see. So Knuckles is there. Knuckles. There's also some Knuckles here. So the coloured ones is the story one. These ones are optional, it seems. So I want to do all the optional stuff. Also, Sage is here. I think I should head over here and activate this map thing. Where is that? It's over there. Oops. Using these rails to just grind over everything is really cool. Uh-oh, I'm being targeted. Oh, this one has to be done at night. Okay, well, it's a good thing I'm here then. Gotta hurry before it turns daytime. There we go. Yeah, I think I ran into this one earlier. I couldn't do it because it's a nighttime only. Wonder if there are any that are daytime only. Okay, upgraded my stuff, thank you. Not that I think I need it. I think I'm doing fine, stats-wise. Though, who knows, maybe. Maybe the boss is super tough. See, oh my god, I love the sunrise. It's excellent. Okay, I want to talk to Sage. Where is that? There it is. What's that sound? Oh, is it this thing? I thought I killed this thing. Here you go. Chow down.
You, again. Do not interfere with my work.
I don't even know what work I'm interfering with. Look, just take a second to tell me who you are, what's going on, and why you look like you want to smite me on the spot.
That is irrelevant. Knowing, not knowing. It will change nothing. There is nothing you can do.
So it looked like I dropped some frames, maybe? No, that was fine. Yes, she does want to smite Sonic. Rude. Okay. I thought I was having some connection issues just for a sec there. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe I'm going crazy. Crazy with Sonic. Speaking of being crazy for Sonic, Amy has not been all that crazy over Sonic in this game. She was very level-headed for the brief points we had with her, which is nice to see. Let's hang out with Knuckles. I imagine Knuckles is a lot more pleasant company than Sage right now. Okay, get up there somehow. I can't see. Ooh. The light rays ejected straight into my eyeballs. Okay. Wow, it's so bright and sunshiny that I can't see. Okay, I'm back here again. I might be a tad lost. It's all the way over there. All turned around. Can I get through this way? I gotta get up. Need to ascend somehow. I'll run along this wall until I find a way. I must have been up there at some point already. Ow. Okay, I'm up. I'm just parkouring. Don't mind me. Nearly there. It should be around here somewhere. Knuckles, where may you be? Oh, did I never pick this up? Whoops. Yeah, it won't make or break me. Okay, the pop-in is a bit distracting sometimes. Far from ruins the game though. For me at least. Hello, Nux.
Amy said her cyber cage wasn't a fun time. How was it for you?
Miserable. Like a living nightmare. It was the most alone I've ever felt.
Aww.
And at the same time, I was drowning in terrible visions and emotions. Like I said, nightmare.
Yeesh. These visions, they weren't like what Tikal showed us way back
Oh.
then, were they? Do these ruins sync up to when your ancestors were wiped out?
More
I don't
references.
think so. But if you're right, and that prison was bringing back those memories, that's cruel. If I find out who designed it, they're gonna pay.
Again, liking the callbacks, but again, it doesn't feel too forced because it makes sense that they would bring these things up. And again, this is an anniversary title technically, even though it's like a year or so late. It just makes sense that they would bring these events up. It's very believable. Okay, where am I now? There's a map thing here, so I'll head over here. Head over here. That's a lot of boxes. I think this was Crash Bandicoot. Speaking of Crash Bandicoot, I keep feeling like I'm seeing rumors of a new game every now and then. I wonder if that's going to happen. I was hoping for... Wow, that's a lot of... Just bring back memories of that one puzzle from Sonic 06. I was kind of hoping, yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be maybe a new Spyro game before there was another new Crash game. Oh well. What's up with you, Nux?
Sonic, check these out. I don't think this ancient machinery was active before. Any idea what changed?
Something similar happened on the last island. Let's just call it a little divine intervention.
Oh, this is how we progress with the story.
If I can solve the lock's code, it should open the way to that flying titan.
Wait, Sonic. You're still missing a Chaos Emerald, aren't you? Oh, that thing will tear you to shreds.
The last titan was holding the final emerald. I'm willing to bet it's the same deal here. First, though, I need to play this crane game. Let me see. The stones and the ports seem to have corresponding colors.
I wonder what that means. Match the colors. Okay, I'll come back to this later. I'm not done exploring yet. I didn't realize that that Knuckles cutscene was the progression one. Makes sense though. Just wasn't thinking. Okay. Okay, I've done this puzzle before. Just a simple swirly here, swirly there, circle here, side loop here, and there we are. I can see. There's another map over here. Where's the beacon? There it is. Oh, I've got Super Boost again. I'd rather not have it. But oh well. I mean, it's kind of cool to be like that super fast, but not all the time. I guess I don't have to boost, I can just run normally, but I don't know. The normal boost is fast enough for me. Is this another map thing? No, that can't be. Oh no, here's the map icon. Have I done all the cyberspace levels? The game hasn't said that I have, I don't think. So I completely forgot. Which is possible. Alright, I guess I'll head all the way over there. Okay, this is where the super boost is useful. When I'm traveling really far and I'm out in the open. Oh. I need to beat this thing to get by. Why does it have a star next to it? Maybe it's because I've already killed this specific one. Huh, interesting. Or maybe because I'll get something cool out of beating this one? I don't know. I must know. See if I can maybe beat it in one go. Oh, not quite. Not the balls. It's alright. Work with me. Keep forgetting what specific buttons I have to press to do certain attacks. Wait, have I done that one? Yeah, I think I have. Have I been here before? I don't remember this giant circle hole in this wall. Seems relatively new to me. Silent these maybe? Ow. Okay. Work with me here. There we go. They are pretty generous about the amount of time it takes for you to do these. They are only little side things though, so it's no big deal. What's going on? Oh, the blood moon. I mean the shooting star thing. How's this work again? Nearby indentations on the various hues. The crane overhead looks like it can move those sphere stones. Various hues. Do the colours matter? I don't fully understand. Well, I got stuff to do. Let's see. Where's the next map? It looks like there should be a map here somewhere, but it's blocked off by... Can't really see. There's one over here, so I guess I could head here. Okay, don't know where I'm going now. Ooh, getting good at those. There's another sumo down there. Ow. Okay, I'm low on rings. I'm not side-looping right. I got a jagged side-loop. Ooh, those are pretty fun. I just like bouncing off of the walls. Okay, where's... Ow. I think I'm pretty far from my destination, so I doubt I'll see the beacon I want in here. I'll just keep exploring. Man, the lights sure are pretty. Oh, cool. I totally did that on purpose. Okay, this looks familiar. Oh, there's where I need to go. There's the beacon. Okay, I'll head that up in that direction. Oh, is this a map thing? Oh, it is. Cool. Okay. Oh dear. And another lovely sunset. It never gets old. Love the sunsets. Oh no. Oh, fishing coins. Ooh, that was close. I want a light dash. More stylish that way. Okay, definitely been here. Guess I'll head to where I was originally going. Can't see the beacon. It's like in this... Oh, there it is. Traveling around is just fun. Just is. Simple as that. Oops, I light dashed the wrong way. Chaining together these rails and platforms and stuff is really entertaining. Oh, a key. Not quite. I've got to get up there. Oh, is that a cyberspace level? Have I done that one? Why can't I open my map? Oh, it's because of you. I don't think I have done that one. It's way too far away. That might be the last cyberspace level of this island. Okay, looks like there's still more map left to fill. But this seems to be a part of the map that I have not been to yet, for the most part. It's exciting. Sweet. Okay, this is cyberspace. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh no. I got flung. But that might be the final cyberspace level of this island. Why did it give me that tutorial? Nah, I'd rather stay here. Okay, open up. Ares Island memories. Repaired all the portals. That's the indication. Okay. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, just checking. Okay, just checking to see if the sound has been okay this whole time. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but the thought just came into my head. Okay, what's this one? Another Sky Sanctuary? Ooh. This looks very Dragon Road. Oh! I don't know if it is Dragon Road, though. These disc-shaped platforms do... Oh, what? My depth perception is not enjoying that. Yeah, these disc platform-looking things do feel like Dragon Road, but might not be. Oh, wait. Yeah, it probably is. These little bits in the middle feel familiar as well. Damn it, I'm getting a little bit too focused on going fast that I'm dying. Oh! Nope. Liking the music, again, as always. Ow. Why does it feel like gravity is super low here? Feels like my jump is super floaty and high up. Boost feels kind of broken as well. Damn it! This is all my fault. I'm getting a bit too into doing it quickly and stylishly. Okay, that's a shame. Okay, just grab it. There we go. Hopefully the speedrun for this one isn't too strict. Just need one more red ring. There it is. That might have been a Dragon Road level, but it might have been one of the like smaller acts, like smaller side acts from Unleashed. It didn't feel like any of the level design was specifically from the main Dragon Road day stage from Unleashed. It might have been one of the side ones, or maybe it's not Dragon Road and it's a different level that revolves around these spinning disc platforms. From another game, perhaps. Whoopsie. I'm supposed to be collecting rings, not... I've already got the time one. I think I'm just meant to be getting rings. But I'm like, wow, look at all this speed I can get if I try. I mean, the boost is absolutely broken in this level. It does feel like there's like low gravity here. How many rings do I need? Like 30, I think it said. There we are. Got him. Okay, it keeps telling me about the colors. Okay. So that was probably the last cyberspace level. So now it's, I just gotta switch on this map thing. And I think this might be the last map thing for this island. Which is cool, because then I can move on with satisfaction. Yeah, my jump still feels a little overpowered. Huh. Maybe it's always been that way and I just never noticed. Oh god. Stop doing that. Ooh. Ooh, that's what rings. Made it. Oh, I gotta get back up there now. Should have known. Okay, move it. Yay! Ares Island Explorer. That's the way. Nice. Oh, there's more Sage and Knuckles conversations. I should make sure I've found all of those before moving on. I saw a Sage one on the map somewhere. Oh yes, here it is. Want to definitely make sure I found all the Knuckles ones, because those are some really nice interactions. Okay, here we go. Gonna head to that light. Again, I can fast travel now, but where's the fun in that? I'm heading over there. It's quite a ways to go. Look at these cinematic shots, though. Ow. Okay. It's way over there. Oh, I love those flips that Sonic does. It's great. Okay, so I just got to go around. That spring. Okay, am I in the right place? Looks like it. She's up there, or is she down here? No, I think she's probably up here. Okay. Gotta get up there somehow. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from where I need to be. Oh, no, never mind. This is exactly where I need to be. Okay, I made it. Thought I fell. Reveal to me your secrets.
Okay, your flying nightmare is a step up from the giant. Very mobile. It's going to end the same way.
How are you able to utilize the Chaos Emeralds? I must reassess the battle parameters. I cannot afford to have you win again.
Well, you could call it off and let me save my friends in peace. No? Fine. We'll do it your way.
She really seems insistent in not doing that. Oh. Beautiful side stories. Yay! Okay, I think I'm pretty content with moving on now. Yeah, let's do it. Let's match some colors or whatever. Oh, another shark. I fought this one already. I think I'll just book it for now. Oh, we got the infinite boost. Okay, this is kind of cool. Okay, what do I do with these? He said it was a crane game, didn't he? Oh, it literally is! Guess the ancients really like crane games. Hey. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell where they'll drop because they don't really seem to have a drop shadow of any kind. They have a normal shadow, but it doesn't really... It's not very handy, not very useful. I guess I use the crane to line it up. Yeah, that works. That works. Just line it up with the crane. Like so. That didn't work. Oh, come on. There we go, gotta get it right in the center. And... bleep. One more. I wonder what the boss will be like. Imagine it won't be too different from the first one. Oh, it's a big ball. I wonder where that leads. Into the fight zone.
Huh. You did it. Nice work.
Was there ever any doubt? Ready to go face impossible odds?
Ha! We've faced worse. Here we go. Try to keep up.
I love that.
That's my line.
I love that they get to have this time together. I mean, Knuckles can't physically do anything while he's all cybery, but the fact that they still travel together and they still have these little moments, they share this little journey, it's nice. We've been so deprived of these kinds of things, so... I just think it's neat. Whoa, more ancient temples, interior. Love it. That was fun. Oh, these cutscenes are so nice looking. That is a tower. Wyvern. It's got the teeth. Sonic is not ready to defeat Wyvern, turn Super Sonic, take down Wyvern, go higher and get in with a homing attack. Let's do it. Okay, the super boost is pretty useful in such a large area like this. I'm drowning. Here we go. Just gotta climb this tower. Very stylish. Okay. Now do I just get the jump on him? Got him. Oh yeah. This is cool. I'm so excited because I'm like not even halfway through the game, I imagine, but I'm so excited that I'm in for more cool moments like this. Like I assume. Oh dear. Oh no. It's cool that we get these like little mini showdowns before the real Supersonic thing. Oh god, this again. This is cool. Loving this. This just reminds me of Starlight Carnival with the light road. Crap. Got plenty of rings. It's no problem. But I did lose my super boost doing that. Oh, it's got like wavy red things. It's got rainbow strawberry laces coming out of it. There's the emerald. It's always the purple one. And by always, I mean the 2 times that this has happened. Here we go. Supersonic doesn't take damage. Let's do it. Is it this is the same music from the last time? I don't remember. Oh, my rings are depleting. Oh, cripe. This music doesn't feel familiar, so maybe it's different for every boss. I don't know. I'll wait for it to get into the song proper before I make that call. Ow! Not good at avoiding damage with these. What if I try parrying these rockets? Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Oh god. I need to parry its claw attacks better. Okay. Slap it. Wait. Okay, get ready for its claw swipe. I mean, it telegraphs the attack pretty effectively, so, you know, it's my fault. I like how there's supersonic versions of every attack. With more yellow. Okay, I am phasing through you. Because apparently supersonic can do that. I'll just assume. Should be grabbing these rings just in case. I got plenty, but again, I wonder if the amount of rings you get for this fight changes depending on what you did beforehand. Ooh, that is fast. I hope Knuckles is watching. Are you watching? Just in time for the epic fight, am I speaking? Yeah, I'm loving it so far. Music's hype as hell. Oh crap. Having multiple supersonic fights in a game is not a thing in other Sonic games as far as I remember. I feel like this is the only game where supersonic boss fights aren't just for the final boss. I believe. Like, you could always play as supersonic in levels in some of the games. Oh, jeez! Jeez! Oh, wow! Not underestimating supersonic. That was cool, I'm so glad I triggered that. Oh my god, the music paused as well, that's great! This is amazing! Absolutely wreckage, I love it. I feel like it's gonna be another quick time. Got him! Man, double boost wishes it was this cool. Man, Sage has got to step up her game. This is, I love I like these quick time sequences because it gives me Unleashed vibes, and I love that. It's got that spectacle that I crave. Oh my god, it's exploding. Well, yep, it's official. That did not disappoint. I was worried that maybe the first boss would be super cool and then other bosses wouldn't match up, but nope. I have nothing to worry about. That boss was also extra and epic as hell. Yay, Super Knuckles canon. Right, little double boost, ain't got nothing on Supersonic, yeah.
Hopefully I'll find Tails too. I'm worried about him.
I am too. I love Tails. Especially when he's written well.
Now hurry up and save the day already.
I'm coming, my boy. I'm coming, Fox Boy. Man, I'm so, they've done Amy well. They've done Knuckles well. I love Tails, so I'm really excited to see how Tails is done. Ancient Defiance. Tails time, yes. Even if we've seen some of this. Oh, it's the volcano. This place reminds me of Elden Volcano from, well, most Zelda games. Also, Sonic is not okay here. He is gasping. Wow, I don't know where to start. Chaos Island. Chaos? Wow, there's all sorts. Overwhelmed with options. I guess I'll head for that tower. Be a good lay of the land. Ah, little wrenches for Tails. Ow. I want to find Tails now. Actually, that's where I'll probably head to. I'll just head towards the marker because I wanna chat with Tails ASAP. I need Tails friendship. Sonic got a headache, yeah. Maybe going super so many times is taking its toll. I wonder if that's actually a thing that will happen. I don't know. What the hell is this? I was riding in a floating Beyblade. Okay. I have playing Tetris now. I'm getting corrupted too. Yeah, his arm keeps on getting that spooky digital thing going on. I wonder. I think I did this wrong. Yeah, I did this wrong. Can I reset this? No, I'll just fail it and maybe it'll reset. Okay, it's this one first. Then this one. Then the blue one. That was a sloppy circle. Nice. The soap shoes have really grown on me. Because before I was like, I like the soap shoes. I think I prefer his normal shoes a bit more, but the soap shoes I've really really grown to love now. I mean, I always liked them, but I always preferred his normal shoes. But maybe not so much anymore, I don't know. I do hope they add other outfits from previous Sonic games. I'd love to be able to run around in his rider's outfit. That sort of thing. So I hope they update it and add more in. That'd be great. Oh my god, I was not prepared for that. And Sonic really do be getting a headache. There's Tails. I see his little face on the map. I'm coming, my boy. Oh, dodge. When enemy blocks your attack, press L1 or R1 to take them by surprise. Is that new? Wow, there's so much stuff. Oh, Shinobi, this is new. Looks like the ninja. It's probably like a stronger version. Oh my god, you're too slow for me. Ooh. Ow. I'm trying to parry. Wow. Ooh, these ones are red now. That's funny. The gears in the last island were yellow, but these ones are red, so it's almost like Tails and Knuckles got flipped around. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I feel like this area fits, almost kind of fits Knuckles better aesthetically, I don't know. Maybe not. The desert suited Knuckles pretty well as well, I suppose. Okay, what the hell is this spring? Looks really strange. It's like a classic spring, but coloured, like a cyberspace one. That's really weird. I haven't seen any of those, I don't think. Combo time, yeah. Cool. I like how stylish the attacks look. I don't care about killing the enemy unless it's done as stylishly as possible. That's the priority. What's this thing? Oh, it's one of those little twang jumpy things. I have not encountered any of these yet. Oh, hello. Hi, Grandpa. Give me the power. I don't really want to upgrade my max speed anymore because I feel like I'm happy with the speed that Sonic is. So I don't really feel like I want to upgrade it. Okay, I believe Tails is here somewhere. I need to find him, and save him, and hug him. Okay, where is that boy? He's over here somewhere. There he is. I found you. Oh crap, never mind. Wah! Okay, here we go. Give me Tails.
Hang tight, little bro. I won't make you wait much longer.
Little bro. I like their brotherly bond. I need 6. Crap. Okay. I will do whatever it takes. Okay, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Okay, I've been here already. How do I get up on top of this structure? Okay, got a memory token. Here we go. I'll punch this thing. I don't know what it is. It looks like a light or a lamp or something. Ooh, that looks cool over there. Lovely, that looks neat. I want to go there. But, you know, Tails is priority. Ooh, that was close. Oh, he died. I'm in 2D. Oh crap. Something about this game that I've noticed is that it seems relatively polished. Like, it doesn't seem like there's many bugs or glitches, you know, that thing that tends to plague Sonic sometimes. There's a bit of jank here and there, but, you know, every Sonic game has its fair share of janks. Even the most polished ones have a bit of jank in there. Even Generations at times. So it's just kind of a normal thing, but this game for the most part functions remarkably well. Also, I have enough points to complete the skill tree now. Recovery Smash. When I get thrown back. That sounds really cool. Retaliation move. I just need to get this by progressing the story, and then I completed the skill tree, which is strange because I'm only on the 3rd island. And I've almost completed the skill tree, which is surprising. Maybe it's because I've just been really thorough, but I feel like I complete the skill tree really early, unless it expands at some point, but I doubt that's the case. That'd be nice, but I doubt it. Just soaring through the air with all these stuff with lots of speed, like everything you could want in a Sonic game. Why are there rings below the rail? Oh, light dash. Duh. Wow, I'm getting really far away from where I was. Just sort of get thrown around, you know? You just go here, go there, just keep going. Yeah, have some fun. Tails. Tails is ready for me. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Come in, Tails. Okay, I've been around here already. But this is round about where Tails was. Okay. Wake up, boy. Have some tools. That's the stuff you like, right? Little Tails. Can he still fly when he's all cybery? Oh dear, that's looking really bad.
Just catching my breath.
That does not look right. Oh dear.
He never stops. Clarification. He never gives
Oh man,
up.
he's not looking good.
The spatial anomaly that affected us seems to have left me in a digitized state. But those same energies are manifesting into some worrisome mutations for you.
We finally got Tails to explain
Those
some of
sure are
this.
words you said just now.
I'm saying I'm fine. You're not, and I'm worried.
I'll be fine. And I need this power to rescue you.
He's even enduring the cyber corruption better than I calculated he would.
You're always rescuing me, and... Let's focus on the now. What do you need?
Chaos Emeralds. Think you can help me track them down?
I'm on it.
There you go. Oh. Oh dear. Oh no.
It's so sad someone so impressive will be lost in the end. It's not fair.
Oh dearie me. Oh, unrivaled aptitude. Unlock all skills.
You are the key. Be empowered with this technique.
Is this why Sonic's like got a headache? I assumed it was from the heat. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Cross slash R2 midair, X in midair. Circle an enemy and let this stream of shockwaves. That sounds cool. Okay, collect vault keys. Usual. I want to head over there. That looks really cool. But Sonic is not looking too good now. Yes, but Tails is here to finally help explain stuff and figure things out. Let's see what all this greenery around here is. That was close. I can't homing attack onto these springs. They are like classic ones. Oh, sunrise. Never ceases to impress me. Fortress. Music tight. I guess I'll chase it down. Okay, it's spawning rails. Oh, these rails refill my boost. Stay on them as much as I can. Oh. Come in. Come on. Cool. A prize. Alright. So I made it to where I was heading. Some kind of... I don't know what you'd call this kind of area. Looks pretty warm though. It's a bunch of hot springs. And many places to drown. A lot of Coco's here. A lot of fishing tokens too. Oh, sploosh. Okay, another one of these. Well, this time I got a time limit. No problem. Oh, wait. Oh no, it's fine. I did it. Wonder why they gave me a time limit, and a very generous one at that. There's a Tails nearby. Something tells me this is supposed to be in 2D. I don't know if I'd have enough memory tokens to talk to Tails. What's that sound? Ooh. I'm trying to hit you. Oh, I know. Ow. Okay, none of my attacks are working. Can I kill you now? Oh. Okay. Whoa. Now what? Oh. Man, I want to kill that thing real bad. Okay, what do I do? Crash it into something? Oh, into the floor. That works too. Okay, where's Tails at though? I want to see him. I can chat. I have enough spanners, wrenches, whatever they are.
This is not an ideal working condition. If I just had my body, I could be so much more efficient.
Amy said she felt like she was in a dream. Does that sound about right?
That's pretty accurate. I can think clearly, and I'm aware, but there's no physicality to it. Everything feels just out of reach.
Do you think that's why the ancients made the cocoa? To have something real to put their spirits into?
It's one hypothesis. We certainly can't rule it out.
That's interesting. That would make sense. I should fill up this map. Okay, I'm getting farther and farther away. Ow. Rude. I'm busy here. This looks really cool. I want to hang out around here. I can so fun to just flow in between all these rails and platforms and springs and thingamajigs and doodly dads. Pretty satisfying to just sort of keep the momentum and like flow going. Well, not legit momentum, but you know what I mean. Hello. Increase my rings. I wish this process was a little quicker. I have 0 cocoa. Just kicked that for no reason. Don't know what that is. It looks like a light, but be a bit random. Okay. What did they do? Oh, here. Whoa, hold the phone. Is that a Death Egg robot? Way over there? Also, I feel like this place is even bigger than the last one. That looks like a Death Egg robot. Huh. Wow, there's so much. That's really interesting. I wonder if that's just a little bit of a little Easter egg, a little visual thing, or if that's has any relevance to anything. Because that's not just a Death Egg robot, that's specifically the Death Egg robots from Forces. I guess technically the newest model of Death Egg robot. Ooh, I want to do a cyberspace level. Completely forgot about these. They're the main way of doing anything in this game. Ow. Oh, that is cool. That recovery thing. He sort of does like a spin dash. Oh. This is definitely Generation Sky Sanctuary, modern version. I like the lighting though. I know this level pretty well. Red rings aren't in the same places though. Man, it's beautiful here. This is pretty fun. This could be one of the longer cyberspace levels. Red ring. Oh no. I'll just stick it out. Probably won't get an S rank now. Huh, that was one of the longer ones. A good chunk of the original Sky Sanctuary was there. Okay, I need an S rank and I need to find all the red rings. I only missed the second one. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Okay, let's try heading left this time. There it is. Gotta take the different path. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Man, so my stream yesterday was a lot longer. I'm thinking of wrapping up after this level. Because you know, I got to the island. I got to where I wanted to be. Did the boss. But so my stream yesterday was a lot longer than this, of course, because I started earlier and it was the launch day. So, but I'm surprised that throughout that entire 7.5 hours of that stream, the stream didn't disconnect or crash at all, not once. Which is well, you'd think for that lengthy amount of time it would happen at least once, but no, not so. Which I'm glad about, because it's makes things easier for me. Got me my vault keys. Ooh, Chaos Emerald. Maybe I should grab the Chaos Emerald first and then finish. Nah, I'll save that for next time. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to end for today. So, yeah, I continue to enjoy this game quite a bit. The stream, I know, was a lot tamer, a lot quieter, not much chat activity, but I did say that there probably wouldn't be. Especially for multiple reasons. This isn't a day I usually stream on. Most people probably want to play the game themselves. Various other things, probably, but you know, I still enjoyed playing the game, so I don't really mind. So yeah, still very much enjoying this game. I'm excited to see what happens next. Got to a new island. This is the last island that I know anything about, so the 4th and 5th ones I don't know. So I'm excited to see what those are about. So yeah, I will be streaming again on Friday, so not tomorrow but the day after, for my usual Pokemon Heart Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke stream on Friday, and then also Kingdom Hearts Marathon on Sunday. I'm going to keep those the same, even though I'm streaming Frontiers as well. For Frontiers, I never really had a plan for Frontiers. Ideally, I would have liked for one of my other 2 playthroughs to be done so I could play this in place of those. But no, those are still very much ongoing. So I'm mainly just going to play Frontiers whenever I have the time. I'm thinking maybe next Tuesday will be when I play Frontiers next. So yeah, which is a shame because it means I'm going to have to dodge more spoilers for a while, and I'm gonna have to contain myself from playing, but that's how it goes. If I really feel compelled to play it on, like, I don't know, Saturday or something, or even tomorrow, then I will. But I imagine I'll most likely wanna. I've been streaming a lot this week as it is, and I've still got my usual 2 streams still left to go for this week. So I think I maybe should give myself a bit of time to, you know, rest and do other things. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end. Anything else I want to say? Thank you anyone who was watching this. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm by myself for now, but there were people in the chat for a while, and anyone watching this after the fact, thank you for watching. And I believe that's everything I wanted to say. So take care, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe and stuff, and take care. Bye bye.